well as 2025 is being rather consistent in lots of changes that are coming to the theme park space. And one of those changes is that Big Thunder Mountain, a fan favorite roller coaster at Magic Kingdom, personally my favorite roller coaster probably on Disney property, is going under refurbishment for quite a long time, and actually longer than we actually initially thought, as Disney has extended a permit for the construction on Big Thunder. So we have an article here from Blog Mickey that kind of goes over this, some views of the last ride that they were able to ride on it, and more than likely the last time that you will see Frontierland in this shape that it's in while riding Big Thunder, which I'm a bit sad by because I love the ambiance of going up that hill and looking over and seeing the castle and just seeing all of Frontierland. But we'll go through here and talk about it here. So hi, I'm Jared with Capture the Magic. And again, this is from Blog Mickey. And Big Thunder Mountain now closed until 2026 in Magic Kingdom. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad now is closed for a lengthy refurbishment. A crane has been staged for months, likely to assist with a full track replacement for the aging roller coaster. There's been a lot of questions about what would be replaced here. All Disney has officially said is that it is going to come back with, quote, more magic. But there have been rumors out there. I don't know. Nobody's told me anything specifically, but there are rumors out there that there are major structural issues with Big Thunder. Given Florida, the thought could be sinkholes. It also could be the fact that it's old. I mean, it is, it's older steel, and it could just be a legitimate safety concern, which obviously you'd want to fix that if that is the case. But I don't know exactly what all the things are, but I do believe you're going to see a complete track replacement on this, as well as adding in the projection technology that they've got out in Disneyland, where it looks like in that one scene, in the kind of the final scene where the mountain's going to blow, that it looks like a fuse is going. I think that's going into the ride as well. Disneyland's version of Big Thunder Mountain went under a similar surgery about a decade ago. While Walt Disney World has confirmed that the attraction will be closed until 2026, an exact reopening season or month has not been announced. And they said they stopped by Magic Kingdom the morning that it closed to capture the day of a lengthy closure, which included the installation of construction walls around the attraction. So now construction walls are up. The crane has been shifted position a bit overnight, but no other work has taken place that we're able to see, is what they say right here. And here's some pictures of what it looks like with that massive crane right there. And the sign says just close until further notice, which it's a nicely themed closure sign there. But yeah, you can see it is all closed up around that area with construction walls and everything. And then they also have some photos. This was the last ride they took. And they took some pictures on the last day of this. Obviously, this was very crowded because, again, this is a very popular attraction. Even though it's an older attraction, it's still many times will have an hour-long wait, if not more. And again, it's my personal favorite coaster. It's one that I like to do with our entire family, and our kids enjoy it. And it's just one that I don't know, it's just nostalgic Disney to me. Just the old storytelling. I love Westerns, and I just think it's a great ride. And I am looking forward to the upgrades. Now, the timing of all of this is interesting. Now, if the rumors are true that there were structural issues, perhaps these came up and they weren't aware of them, I would think that they would know about these things, but I would assume doing this now when this summer with Epic Universe opening, you're already dealing with a lack of new offerings to try and lure people over. You now have even less attractions open, Big Thunder being a major one. Obviously, Frontierland is going to be presumably under major construction unless the permits with the state of Florida do not get approved, which I guess those are not a guarantee. But if everything goes as it's supposed to go with what Disney wants to do, the entire Frontierland area, the Rivers of America and all of that are going to be under construction. So basically, when you're talking about Frontierland, you're going to have Tiana's Bayou Adventure, Pecos Bills, and the Country Bear Jamboree, and really that is it. So the other areas of Magic Kingdom are going to have a lot more crowd, so I think the wait times are going to go up significantly all over the park because of that. So compared to whatever the wait times were going to be, they will go up rather significantly whenever a major attraction like Big Thunder is down, and you have you've got areas where people aren't going to be able to go as much with Frontierland under construction there. They also note some of the things about it here. They said, while there have been a lot of attention paid to the track replacement part of the project, the queue is in pretty rough shape in terms of wear and tear. A lot of the rock work that is within guest reach needs to be repainted at a minimum, and a number of rock benches are worn down to the concrete. And, having gone through it, it does, it needs some TLC. It's got some areas in there. You can see some pictures here where it does look like it definitely needs some upgrading. One thing, this is kind of gross. I only know this because we had a former Imagineer on our podcast a couple years ago, and they talked about when they go through and basically, they change an attraction over to something else. A lot of times what people don't know is the walls and the hand railings and things like that kind of turn a certain color. A lot of it, he says, is because of buildup of poo, you could say. And he says it's not something they like to talk about, but it is something that you have to do from time to time because, people have kids, or kids are just in there. Kids are dirty. You got to change diapers. And as time goes on, you end up with, let's just say, fecal matter all over lots of things here, which obviously is gross. But one of these things that you're talking about an attraction that hasn't gone through a refurb in a while. This is why long before COVID, I always was very adamant about washing hands and using hand sanitizer when getting on and off of a ride, because you just never know about these things. And they show some more wear and tear in the queue over here. But again, it kind of does fit into the theming. So even though I'm sure that's not part of the theming, it is Big Thunder, so it kind of fits it in some way. But, a lot of this stuff does need to be updated. So it's supposed to look old. So it's one of those things where even if, I guess the advantage of a ride like this, if you don't clean it or do the upkeep, it does kind of fit the theming still. But it's not something I'm sure that as time goes on, you don't want to go too far, I would say. And I believe it's this scene in here where potentially there will be, so in Disneyland, it's projection technology to look like a fuse is going to be lit and it's going to blow up the mountain. This is supposed to be added into this area, I believe, as well. Now, this was rumored that was supposed to happen they did a refurbishment of Big Thunder Mountain not that long ago. So it makes me wonder if they just didn't address the track issues or the structural issues then, or if this is something that has popped up quite recently. But either way, it does seem like for them to close it for this amount of time does seem like it's pretty drastic in terms of things they need to update here, and obviously wanting to keep the ride safe and functional. But I would, again, say the timing probably is not the best for this. And again, we can already see that they have begun track removal at Big Thunder Mountain here. So they've already started removing aspects of the track, which fits into either a complete track replacement or at least a partial track replacement on certain areas. But that is something that is definitely going to be a major part of this. And then the last thing about this is that the new permit that they filed stretches the construction for this into March of 2026. So it says a new notice of commencement permit filed by Walt Disney World sheds some light on just how long Big Thunder Mountain Railroad will be closed. The new permit lists Coastal Steel as the contractor and General Construction as the work. Coastal Steel has received a lot of work from Walt Disney World over the years, from building Seven Dwarfs Mine Train to ongoing test track reimagining at Epcot. It says Coastal Steel has been a part of numerous Disney World projects, including Star Wars Galaxy's Edge, Expedition Everest, Chinese Theater at Hollywood Studios, and you can see a list here. Many, many more here. I don't know if I put on them the slow construction or put it on Disney, but they have done a lot of work, so they're using the same company on that end. The new permit has an expiration date of March 13th, 2026, which could shed some light on just how long the attraction will be closed. Well, Disney World has previously said that the ride will be closed until 2026, and it looks like it could be closed for a few months of 2026 into it. It says, interestingly, the time frame of January of 1 year to March of the next year follows the 2013 track replacement of Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Disneyland perfectly. While Walt Disney World has not announced a track replacement, it is widely believed that a retracking of the attraction will occur during this refurbishment, and we do know from the pictures that is something that they are going to do with this. And yeah, so Big Thunder Mountain down until at least March of 2026, unless they get this done earlier. And the timing of it is questionable, but again, if this is for safety, and it definitely seems like this ride is in need of some updating here, and hopefully when it is done and complete, it is better than it's ever been before. But I will say, just going into 2025, with the lack of offerings that Disney has going up against Universal, the Epic Universe, I don't think Big Thunder not being open is necessarily going to be a major impact on attendance, but there are a lot of people that enjoy this ride, and it is one less ride that eats up crowds pretty well. So if you do have a day that's fairly crowded at Magic Kingdom, this could affect wait times on that end. But either way, Big Thunder is down for a while now, and hopefully if you wanted to ride this, you got to ride it, and we'll have to wait and see all the improvements or changes they make to the ride. Hopefully it is better coming back. Sometimes I get a bit nervous when Disney does a overhaul on a ride, even if it's updating track, as many times things can change. But at the same time, I do think Big Thunder's rather harmless. It's a western town you're just going through. It's a mining thing, so I don't think there's anything in there that I don't think that Disney would even say is offensive that they would have to worry about changing. So I don't imagine there being any major elements changing here. And we'll have to wait and see how the construction goes on this, if they're on schedule, behind schedule, how that goes, because sometimes Disney takes a bit on construction. But as of now, Big Thunder is going to be closed, and likely when it comes back open, Frontierland as a whole is going to look much different. And in my opinion, I think it's a sad thing, as I don't believe the removal of the rivers of America is a good thing for Magic Kingdom, and really that a Cars-based attraction fits in this area, but that is not the purpose of this video. Just talking about Big Thunder here. But either way, that's going to be it though for this video. If you like this video, please like it and subscribe to the channel, as we do lots of coverage here of Universal Studios, Epic Universe, Disney World, and pop culture. And let us know in the comments, what do you think about Big Thunder Mountain going down for a lengthy refurb? And until next time, we will see you in the parks.